Hey boys and girls, GameCam here with another live commentary sort of thing on Team Fortress 2. I thought I would just, in this video I'm going to discuss, because obviously a lot more people are getting into, making entertainment, making content, I say that with a question mark because I'll discuss that in a bit. For obviously their favourite video games such as Team Fortress 2 and other games as well. And I was just going to discuss the advantages because obviously the two most popular, ways of doing it are YouTube and making videos for YouTube and streaming. So obviously I was just going to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of both of those. Obviously I don't actually stream myself because of the fact that I don't have the internet for it. But I will discuss that in a little bit. But obviously those are also people who've done it, and obviously I watch a lot of their stuff. So obviously, see now, I'm just going to discuss this quickly. Criticola, look, if he's a Criticola scout, I can just literally just like go nope and just back up for a minute, and then he'll wait till his Criticola wears off. And you're a spy. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you be a dick like that? I don't understand. Anyway, obviously I mainly make YouTube videos, so we'll start off with that for the moment. The advantages of YouTube is basically you have a lot more time to make sure that you can, perfect things. Obviously, the issue with streaming is the fact that it's happening. There is no editing to it. You can't, cut out the middleman and be, like, oh, this didn't happen, etc., etc., etc. When it's happening, it's happening. You can't cut anything out of it, which obviously a lot of people have issues with. But obviously, another thing about streaming is obviously the fact that it's an advantage to YouTube is YouTube provides a lot more variety of stuff you can do for it. A lot of streaming is based on personality, due to instead of the actual what you're doing on it, because of the fact that you can't edit together things, and you can't it's a lot harder to present it in a lot more. I don't know how to put the term. Kinda light. I don't exactly know how to phrase it. But I'm sure you can understand what I'm getting at with that one. Obviously, another thing about it is that with YouTube, you don't necessarily have to follow a schedule, due to the fact that you could upload videos at any time, and a lot of people do. You'll see people that are very popular who will only upload like every once in a while. It's fairly rare to see them uploading fairly regularly. Usually you'll get loads of people that'll have so Blue is a good example. Blue does some amazing montages, but you can go for ages before you actually see enough of one of his montages crop up, which is not a bad idea because obviously you can spend a lot of time making sure that's perfect and things like that. Whereas obviously if you are a streamer, usually you're based on a schedule and you have to make sure that you meet that schedule, or else people lose interest. And you don't tend to get streamers don't tend to wait ages before they start streaming again. They usually do it fairly consistently, which means you have to follow a schedule, which obviously requires you to have that time to come on and stream. You can't just go, oh, I feel like streaming, I'm going to stream now, because you're not really going to get any not many views going like that. You're not going to have the consistency that's going to bring in the views. And obviously, the advantages though of streaming is the fact that it is a lot more. It doesn't take as much time. It's a lot easier, I would say, to do. Because just listen to me out before you say, it's not easier. It's difficult and stuff. It's because of the fact that you don't have to. So if I say making this video here, I have to sit down and record this. Well, sort of write out at least a sort of kind of a script, or at least a couple of bullet points of what I'm going to say. So try and cut out on the old mumbling. But I have to obviously plan what I'm going to say, and then I obviously just have to sit down and record it, and then I have to go over and at least add in my intro and outro on the end. I have to do some sort of form of editing to it. Usually you don't get people, it's not very deemed high quality if you just bang up some gameplay, and you usually have to obviously add in So I've got to add in my intro and my outro. Well, obviously, if I was doing a montage and things, I'd have to do a lot more editing. So obviously, you have to put a lot more time into making videos. But the general view is that you do get a, it is a better, you get a better reception. Generally, the more time you spend on editing, the better it looks, which is obviously good if you're making content, and you want to try and draw in more people. Oh dear. And Gunslinger Engine's just overpowered on matchmaking. I just want to put that one out there. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I apologise. But another problem with streaming is that I find is that you have to have a good internet for it. You have to have a decent quality internet, because obviously streaming is your projected. It's kind of like uploading on the fly. So you're transmitting your feed you've got on your computer and all the extra bits you've got on there. So if you had overlays or voice and things like that, you're transmitting that online, so you have to constantly have a good upload rate, especially if you want good quality. A lot of people won't be happy. There are picky people around these days that won't be happy unless it's 1080p or 720 at least. So obviously you've got to have fairly decent quality, and obviously you want to have a decent sound quality. If you have constantly having background noise or something like that, it's just not going to cut it. So. And obviously, you sometimes do have to put a fair amount of time into streaming, only because that most people, most streamers go on for at least an hour minimum. Usually, you get a lot higher than a lot longer than an hour. Apologies, not higher. So obviously, you have to make sure that you have the time for that. To try and put it out. Obviously with videos you spend a lot of time editing, but you can kind of do it here and there. You have to, you can sort of spread out your time you're spending on it, whereas this you have to do it in sort of one big chunk. Obviously I know a lot of I'm not saying that any of these are mutually exclusive. I know a lot of YouTubers now have gone into streaming because it is a nice little thing you can do. It doesn't. Obviously, once you've got the setup down and you've got it sorted, it's also good to try and bring in more views to your channel. And it's nice to spread out and maybe try and connect to your fan base in a more personal way. Because that brings on to my next point about streaming: is you do get instant feedback when you're doing a video. So I upload a video today. I probably won't get. Obviously, I might get comments fairly spry. Quickly, but I won't necessarily. I tend to have to wait a little while before I get comments on it, if I get comments at all. And you get people saying, "Oh yeah, I liked it," or "I didn't like it. It was you didn't do this very well. This doesn't done very well," etc., etc., etc. Obviously, if I have Twitch, I get almost instantaneous feedback. Almost instantly, you have people saying, "Oh, because obviously you have the Twitch chat, so you get people in it going, "Oh yeah, can you do some payload? We more enjoy payload." So you can kind of tailor yourself to your audience on the fly, instead of doing what you usually find with YouTube, where I can upload a video and people go, "I only watched the first minute because I just didn't enjoy it," or this was poorly done. You should have done this. I won't learn that till after I've made the mistake and I can't correct it. Obviously, I can correct it in future videos, but obviously I won't be able to correct it then, which obviously can cause issues. So obviously it is easier to do it a certain way, but it is nicer to get the more quicker feedback, and you can adapt a lot more. Hopefully, to reach a better market. Let's get this teleporter. No, I'm not going to get the teleporter, am I? Come on, get the teleport, get the teleport, get the teleport. Yes, I got the teleporter. Yes, that's good. Once you get the teleporter, you're looking good. So obviously, generally, all I'm saying is the fact that there is problems with both, and there is advantage for both. I think I covered most of them there. But I think that it's something that you have to look at. I think that they're both these days you can do it for free. You can do both. I know a lot of streamers use either OBS, which is free. It's a free program you can download. Look up OBS streaming and you'll find it. You can download it quite easily. It's fairly easy to set up and run once you watch a few instructional videos on it. And then once you've done that, you can then begin to look about actually doing some streaming. So that should be good. So obviously you can, it's fairly quick and easy to learn to do, and you can really enjoy it. I know a lot of people do really enjoy streaming. Obviously YouTube as well. OBS can be also used for recording, so you can enjoy recording the files, and obviously editing programs are a lot harder to get. I appreciate that. I used one that I managed to get off a mate. There are editing programs that you can use online and get online, but obviously you're gonna have to do a bit more research and probably get, if you're I'm not condoning piracy, but I know that some people, I'm not going to deny the fact that some people do pirate. I'm not going to deny that fact, but I do not condone piracy. If I wanted to, I could have got a pirated version of Sony Vegas, but I don't believe. I'm not a huge fan of piracy. As much as I do agree it is ridiculously overpriced. But basically, you can do all these things for free, and I'd like to think that some of you will come around. I think I'm always appreciative and try and back up people that want to make content. I can agree. I will say though, it isn't for everyone due to the fact that you have to put time and effort, and you have to really want to do it. If you want to do it just for to be popular in inverted commas, then you're gonna probably have a hard time about it. I know lots of people that have done really good content, but have just never got the reception that they deserve. It's just one of those things, sadly. But I would like to think that eventually they'll get their thing. But most of them, luckily enough, don't do it for the popularity or the fame or whatever. They do it because they enjoy it. I do my stuff because I enjoy it. I enjoy sitting there. I like spending time editing these videos and making sure they're good. I really enjoyed recently making that trailer for the highlight video. That was pretty fun. I will admit it's not probably my best work, but I enjoyed making it. It was fun. But I'm just saying that obviously you have to make sure that you do enjoy it, or else you will not have much fun at all. But if you do enjoy it, and you do like editing, and you do enjoy doing that sort of stuff, then I highly appreciate, and I would highly recommend that you guys actually try it out. I think it's open to everyone. It's the beauty of modern. Obviously, back in the old days, I only have like GameStop or something, or a few rare people that would do videos on games. But obviously nowadays, it's becoming a hugely popular thing to do, and I would hope that everyone either does it themselves or supports it. I wouldn't say that obviously I wouldn't be surprised if soon everyone under the sun's making videos, but it should be interesting to see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys found it slightly educational, at least slightly. I know I witted on for quite a lot of it, but I hope you guys really learned at least a little bit for it. And if you're thinking about doing, I hope it helped if you were thinking about going into either streaming or recording, because that was hopefully the goal of it. I thought I could make it there. Anyway, I hope you guys look at maybe doing it in some of that stuff in the future. And besides that, I think I'm generally gonna try and leave it here. I think I don't want to do any more muttering. I'm gonna go back to wrecking people on casual. I still don't like this update though. And I'll catch you guys later. I think that's enough for now. But yeah, check out. See ya. Hey boys and girls, Game Cam here. It's just a little update. Obviously I feel bad because I haven't really uploaded much recently. Obviously that's due to the fact I'm recovering a bit from organising Rally Call. Obviously probably beginning looking at doing the next one. Also looking at the possibility of doing an Overwatch one. So we're still discussing that, talking about that. And obviously due to the fact that I had to record and stuff like that, it's filled up my hard drive, so sadly I don't really have the episode is based on the beat, so hopefully I'll probably play around soon with games that I've already played. So I'll obviously sort that out soon. I'm going to look at doing, because one video I